Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. We recently marked the 75th anniversary of Army ROTC at MTSU with a campus ceremony that featured several of the 17 alumni who rose to the rank of general, as well as others who became officers through the Blue Raider Battalion. Lieutenant Colonel Arlen Wilshire, our professor of military science, joins us to talk about the remarkable tradition at MTSU of preparing our cadets to become Army leaders. Colonel, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about. First of all, we recently celebrated the 75th anniversary of Army ROTC on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. It's got to be a proud moment for you.
Absolutely. It was a great event, and fortuitous that it was actually, the planning for it started 20 years ago.
Wow.
Because the class of 2005 decided after they had joined, as we had cadets who had recently started serving in the War on Terror, they decided to bury a time capsule. And the burying of that time capsule, the intent was to dig it up in 20 years. And as we got closer to that, working with our alumni, they decided that, hey, you know, that is right at the 75-year anniversary. And so we lined it up to be down to the exact month of last month in April was 75 years of ROTC at MTSU. And we have been lucky enough to produce over 1,600 officers that we've commissioned into all services of the Army, the active duty, the National Guard, and the reserves. We also have produced general officers. We now have 17 general officers that have served that were formerly cadets at MTSU. So we're very proud of the statistics that we have produced as an ROTC program, and just the great tradition that we've had and that we continue to do. As you know, we are now entering May. We have a commissioning coming up next week where we'll be taking our next batch of cadets and turning them into second lieutenants in the United States Army.
Well, they did a great job, and it was a great event, and it was so wonderful to see so many of our alums in the program coming back, classmates reuniting, literally sharing war stories about their service to our nation through the that started with ROTC. For our viewers and listeners, just give a kind of brief elevator pitch of Army ROTC, why it exists, and what role it plays in helping produce officers for our Army.
So when they created ROTC, it was a pipeline to get officers other than through the commissioning sources of the Academy. But when they did that, started expanding, we realized that it was a great source. We've had ROTC officers lead at all levels. And it continues today. While it's changed over time, there were years, especially at MTSU, where it was a compulsory requirement for young men for the first couple of years. Those were very large corps of cadets. Today, on the other hand, being an all-voluntary Army, ROTC is a voluntary event as well, and we currently have just over 60 cadets in our corps right now. Of those, about a third of them are on scholarships that are helping them pay through school. But every year, especially since COVID, every year our enrollment has continued to increase. So we continue to grow. Each year our freshman enrollment has increased about 100% last 3 years, year over year. So as we get more students that are coming to visit MTSU, more engagement with local high schools and the junior ROTCs, we're finding a lot more young students coming to college that want to serve their country and have decided to come and join Army ROTC, or at least learn about it. Because our first 2 years they can join as just a class and don't have to have compulsory service afterwards. So.
You guys are such wonderful representatives of the university, and I want to compliment your leadership in making that happen. Talk about some of the many events that you've had your color guard at, and the athletics events that you're supporting as well. We
have lots of opportunities for cadets to participate in extracurricular. So the first one is our Ranger Challenge team. Our Ranger Challenge team is a group of college-level athletes in Army ROTC. They get together on a team and they learn Army skills. So they practice one-rope bridge. They're practicing a lot of PT and ruck marching. But they go to a competition at Fort Knox where they compete against all the other universities in our brigade, 7th Brigade, which covers the states of Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, Southern Michigan, and Kentucky. When they go to that competition, they don't know what they're going to compete in. So they have to show up ready to go through 3 days of trials and tribulations trying to accomplish small missions that are physically and mentally challenging, and they're competing against all the other schools. And it builds great camaraderie amongst those teams, and also getting to meet all the other cadets from other universities. One of the other great opportunities is for our color guard, because our color guard gets to go and represent the United States Army, but also Army ROTC and MTSU in particular, many events around Middle Tennessee area. And being located so close to Nashville and many great events that happen, they've been able to present the colors at the NASCAR race that comes around in the summer, the IndyCar event that happens late summer. They get a chance each year to present the colors at a Predators hockey event. We have also worked with many other local organizations because there are local Middle Tennessee events that just want some extra honor to the nation, so they always reach out and we get opportunities to go to other events where there's visiting dignitaries or senior ranking generals who visited, where we'll go to those individual events and present colors.
Why Army ROTC? Why is this a good choice for me or my son or daughter?
Army ROTC is a great opportunity for young students who want to get a college degree, but also want to serve their nation. We want your son or daughter to join our program to earn their college degree, but while doing so, study leadership. Study how to become a leader in the United States Army, but also it's how to be a leader in life. The other nice part of that as well is if we have students who aren't sure that they definitely want to serve in the United States Army, our freshman and sophomore year classes have no commitment. Those students who come in who are just interested in learning about the Army, they can take those classes and they don't have to do the Ranger Challenge competition. They don't have to do those other events. Just come to class, learn leadership, learn those skills that will benefit you in life outside of things that you would necessarily need for the Army itself.
You're ending watch here pretty soon as our professor of military science, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll be retiring later this year. My successor will be coming in this summer, so he'll start the next school year as the new professor of military science. I've been blessed to serve 26 years in the United States Army. It has been very good to me. I went to college on Army ROTC scholarship, and the Army has given me many opportunities between flying helicopters, which was my primary job as an aviation officer. I've been lucky enough to serve at all levels of leadership through battalion command. And what a great way to end a career to train the next generation of leaders. And so when given this opportunity, I couldn't pass it up.
Well, Colonel, thanks for your service to our nation. Thank you for your service to Middle Tennessee State University, but also for the cadets you've helped teach leadership and get them pointed into the careers, their service in the United States Army. We appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.